Hey everybody, welcome to Doc's Autos. If you're returning, thank you, and don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new, be sure to subscribe. It lets YouTube know we've got some great content over here and helps us continue bringing you more great videos. Today we are working on the BMW X3. We've got a little problem, or have had a little problem with the rear brake lights, and let me show you real quick. We have the brake lights in the tailgate that are not going on. The backup lights still go, but the actual brake lights themselves no longer work. I had a problem a while ago, and this one was intermittent, and I thought it was the connector on the little LED driver board, but something else has now taken both of them out. Alrighty, so I looked around online, FCP Euro, a couple of other vendors, did not find just the LED driver board I was looking for. They all would sell just the entire fixture, bulbs, lens, housing, everything included. Those are about 400 bucks a piece is the lowest price that I found. Now, 800 bucks for a pair of perfectly good working fixtures that just needed a driver board? No, not gonna do that. So, went around and dug around on Amazon and found these little LED driver boards. About 15 bucks. Looked like they are custom made, but it is specifically for the 2012 F25. I'm sure other vehicles in this generation would work with the LED, excuse me, with the LED lights, head and tail. That's what I found, is that this board works with the LED headlights, the adaptive headlights, and the LED tail lights. So I'm sure there's a couple different configurations which may work, but this is what I found. And getting them replaced is actually pretty simple. So up under here, you have a little access hatch, pops off. One, and two. Now let me show you real quick what it looks like. Missing lights. You can see we're clearly missing all of our lights in this section here, but the reverse lights do work. Like I said, we have these two access panels up here, and here's the little driver boards tucked up in here. Kind of tough to see here, so we're gonna go ahead and take one of those out quick. Let me show you down here. There is just a connector, take off to power that board. There we go. So we do have the whole light fixture here, all dusty as it may be, but here's that driver board. So that's not too tough to get at, just with this one retainer with a 5/16 inch nut on it. And the really big deal to get it off is this part has been heated up and mashed on. So all we're gonna do is heat this back up, peel this plastic back so we can get the driver board out and install the new one. Once again, I'm not sure how my workbench has become messy again. Tough to do with only two hands. I almost need an assistant, but we work with what we've got. There we go, just need to get some leverage on it in the right spot. So we'll go ahead and take out our old driver. Now, who knows what's wrong with it? It's an old Vallejo, so one of the factory parts. You can see there's a little more protectant back here than on the replacement, but 20 bucks versus unobtainable without the new light fixture. Components do look a little bit different, so it is what it is, but this does work. So we'll go ahead and set this one back in place. Go ahead and heat this up. All right, So here's the one, all cleaned up and put back together. New board is on here. A little bit of a wiggle room in here, but it's not going to come out, not going anywhere. So we'll go ahead and put this back in the car. You can see my piles of stuff from projects and recent trips, new projects coming up, stuff, and I've just been busy. Spent a few weeks with doing family stuff and not car stuff for a little bit of time, just because. Alrighty, so we've got our fixture back here. Go set that back in place. You can see there's basically a couple of teeth that fit over the rear deck. Slides right back in. Our main power connector. And I'll show you on the other bulb where all the stuff fits in and comes in and out from. But it's very easy to do. Much more simple than I'm making it look. There you go. Let's take our 7/16 nut and retainer, tighten them in. Everybody's good. And put our little trim back on. All right, so I'll look over here on the passenger side, and we can see in here, here's the plug, the main plug going to that little driver board. Here is the retainer here with the 7/16 or 5/16 nut that just unscrews. And then to get this board off here, we just clip this back with our finger, and this comes down. Unfortunately, I need two hands for that. See if I can do this, make it a little easier to see. So up in here is that board that comes down. I'll hit this with our finger or screwdriver or whatever, and comes down. And then here's the power for that LED driver that we just replaced. So we'll go ahead and take this off quick. There's a little snap here. There we go, comes right down. Then you can disconnect the power for that driver. Pretty easy. Now, we've got that 5/16 retainer. Then you can just pop off the light fixture from pushing up behind. And off it comes. Travel back to the workbench for this one. Now, let's actually try and keep this one centered in the screen. Disconnect our power. Again, we'll heat up this thing. Oop. Made a little bit of a mess of this one, but nobody sees it. And either way, it's not going anywhere. Get a little jiggle, but I'm not worried about that. All right, back for reassembly. All right, from the top view, it's pretty easy here. You can see you've got our open hole, our little teeth here. Slide down over that hole. And then there is a place, there's a guide right here. You can see this little hole and a little pin that sits in that hole. And now it's dark. Let's put our retainer back on there. Again, tough to see, but there is an alignment where these go. You can see on this where this will slide in and fit. There's only one place, one direction for it to fit. Oh, but you know, getting it aligned is, sometimes easier said than done. There we go. Of course, all my lights are down in the shop for working on the Challenger and the 52, and there you go. Tighten her down until she's snug. You don't need to wrench on it terribly hard. We have our power for that. Plug that back in. So we'll do that after I set this back in place. There we go. Put our little access panel back on. And there we go. Could not really have been easier than that. You can see now we've got our lights back again. That's just what we were looking for. Yep, everything works just as it should. Well, it's actually going to take me longer to edit this video and upload it than it is to actually do this work. So, you know, if you want to save yourself around $800, go ahead and find a couple of these drivers. I got mine from Amazon. I'll put the link below. And again, really you need a 5/16 inch driver and or socket and a soldering gun. And that's going to do it for you. I mean, it's a pretty simple project. I don't know, I had both of mine go out at one time, so I'm sure if anybody was to stop me, it just looks like a trim bezel with no lights in it versus having one out, which I'd probably be more apt to be stopped for, but I wasn't, so there we go. So this is just a quick little video, maintenance, upkeep, whatever, DIY, nothing big, nothing major, but hopefully it'll help somebody out there. So thanks again for following along, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button below. Share it with your friends, and don't forget you can catch updates of our new stuff on Facebook and Instagram before it ever shows up here on YouTube. Until the next video, keep doing what makes you happy, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.